Welcome to Practical Christian Church. By teaching the new covenant truth of grace, our vision is to enable people practically live in the best that God has for them. Here is Brother Christopher Rajan sharing the word.
So today we are going to see how poverty has the power to bring destructions. Okay, so I don't know how many of you have experienced poverty. Okay, maybe some of you may not be in that level of poverty, but you would have at least seen people who are in poverty. Okay, so poverty, if you say, it is the state of being extremely poor, always in a state of being in lack, want, or in deficiency. Okay? So poverty means you are always in that state of lack or deficiency or in want. Okay? Why I wanted to bring this in this topic is because poverty also has the power so that it by itself can kill, can steal and destroy. Can you turn to Proverbs chapter 10 and verse 15? Proverbs chapter 10 and verse 15.
The rich man's wealth is a strong city, the destruction of the poor is their poverty.
Yeah, so it says in 10:15, the destruction of the poor is their poverty. So poverty has the power, it has the power to destroy. And that's why I say that poverty has itself the power, and it has the power to steal, kill and destroy. In some of the places you would have seen, right? Poverty, some of the people, if you see certain areas, it's called as slums, mostly it's called as slums, and then it has a lot of people who have poor people. Okay, a lot of people are poor. Yeah. And there if you see, the crime rate is higher, and people are always concentrating on how they can steal or kill or destroy. If you are going through that railway track, if you through that area, you could even see people, they are just flicking off their mobile when people are traveling in the train. Okay, so what I wanted to say is poverty has the power so that it will destroy you. And most of the people, they think poverty is it is just natural and it is worldly and all those things. But here we have seen, even in this word, whatever we have read, poverty is spiritual, and that's what we have seen. It has the power to destroy. Okay, so what you need to understand at least is poverty is spiritual. That's the first thing what you need to understand. Because many of the people, they try to come up in life, and even the people who are in poverty, somehow they wanted to come up in life. Okay, so that is why what they are doing is they are doing some crime because they want money, because they wanted to survive. And so what they do is they do some pickpocket or something like that, and then they try to get the money. They get themselves involved in some crime and they wanted to get money. But what you need to understand first is poverty is also spiritual. Like how fear is spiritual and it is from the evil one, poverty is also spiritual. Okay? So another reason why poverty is spiritual is because it turns your attention away from God, and some of them even question God and ask if God is real. I don't know whether you have come across that situation. Poverty has that power to question God and even ask, கடவுள் இருக்கிறாரா? They will sometimes ask, right? அவர் எங்கங்க அவருக்கு வந்து அவர் வேற ஏதோ பிஸியா இருக்காரு. Is he really concerned about me? So poverty has that power because you are not getting money, you are not able to survive in this world, and what you do is you start questioning God, saying, is God real? Is God there in this world? Okay, so poverty has the power to take you away from God. And that is why I say, first what you need to understand is, if you are in lack or if you are in want, the first thing what you need to understand is poverty or lack or deficiency or debt. It is spiritual. It is spiritual because the devil is trying to use this, and in that process he wants to put you down, and he wants to make you to kill, to steal and to destroy. What did Job's wife say after all that happened? தமிழ்ல சொல்லணும்னா, யோ என்ன பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்க? Okay, curse God and die. Sometimes ladies, when they don't get money, not in our church, I am not talking about our church, okay, don't mistake me, okay, but it happens outside. If they don't get money from the husband for buying sari, for example, that's what again I am saying, it is not here, okay, it is not here, don't mistake me. Our church is a very, very good church. We are all very good people, okay, we don't talk like that. That's what Job's wife did. அவ்வளவுதான். காசு இல்லைன்னா நீ எதுக்கு இருக்க? Something similar to that. Why are you living? Everything is happening opposite to what we want, and something in local language போதும். I mean, அதுவும் at least dying சொன்னா கூட பரவாயில்ல. இல்ல, curse God and die. See, what I wanted to tell you is, that is the power of poverty. That is the power of lack. That is the power of you being in want. It can lead you to that stage where you will even be able to go against God, and in that process even to the final point of going to death. That is why I am saying again, if somebody is in poverty, I would say the first thing what you need to know is poverty is spiritual. First know that, because not many believers know this. They are thinking poverty is okay from the world, I have inherited from something, or it is due to my bad decisions. Yes, it is maybe due to your bad decision, but you need to understand, as we already have told, every problem has a spiritual solution. Spiritual problems has spiritual solution. That is why poverty is spiritual, and therefore the solution is also spiritual. Hallelujah. And that is where here we see Job's wife, she is going to that extent. When things were all going good, I would have, I just imagine, Job's wife would have looked him like a king. ராஜா மாதிரி வச்சிருந்திருப்பாங்க வீட்டில், இல்லை வந்தாருன்னா சார் வாங்க உட்காருங்க, he would have got all respects. And when things went totally opposite, when poverty took over, the point is curse God and die. நீ இருக்கிறதுல பிரயோஜனமே இல்லை. That is the power of poverty. I'm telling you, that is the power of poverty. If you are thinking why some people are killing, why some people are murdering for just 50,000 rupees or 5,000 rupees, that is the power of poverty to bring destruction. That's what the word of God says. So if you at least know one thing, know that the poverty or lack or insufficient resources is spiritual. 1 Kings 17 and verse 12. Can someone read that? 1 Kings 17 and verse 12.
As surely as the Lord your God lives, she replied, I don't have any bread, only a handful of flour in a jar and little oil in a jar. I am gathering a few sticks to take home and make a meal for myself and my son, that we may eat and live.
Okay. For example, ஒரு pastor உள்ள வராரு உங்க வீட்டுல, நீங்க இந்த வார்த்தை சொல்றீங்கன்னா அந்த பாஸ்டருக்கு எப்படி இருக்கும் சொல்லுங்க. That's exactly what happened. He is coming to the house of that widow, and then she says, I have nothing to give you. And she says, it's real, believe me. As the Lord your God lives, I don't have bread. I only have a handful of flour in a bin and a little oil in a jar. And what is she saying? I will prepare it for myself and my son, and we will eat and die. That is how the devil is using poverty, because it itself has the power. How we saw in Proverbs, it has the power, and so who is actually operating it? It is being operated by the devil, and what is he nudging people towards? Death. That is the thing what he wants. At the end of the day, he wants people to die without God. That is his plan. And that is why, here, even the widow of Zarephath, what she says is, I don't have anything, I will eat and I am prepared to die with my son. And this is what you see commonly happening, in many places. Okay? Because they don't understand the truth that the poverty in itself has the power, and the devil is using this as an arrow, as a tool, so that at the end of the day, he will make the people to choose that choice to die. That is why you need to be very careful with poverty. The opportune moment, it will strike you to death. And that's what we are reading here. Go to one more place. 2 Kings chapter 6, 28 and 29. 2 Kings chapter 6, 28 and 29. Can someone read that?
Then the king said to her, what is troubling you? And she answered, this woman said to me, give your son that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow. So we boiled my son and ate him. And I said to her on the next day, give your son that we may eat him, but she has eaten her son.
Okay, you see the power of poverty. How it goes to that extent that that they were even prepared. Not prepared. They even killed a son. They have eaten it's cannibalism actually, you see. In today's world, we are even finding difficult to read this passage. If you imagine this, it's so bad. It's so bad. And second, if you see, it says, next day I asked the lady, and she says that she has eaten her son. Why did she do that? Because she has got the food. Because that poverty is not there for at least for some point of time. So what I wanted to say is poverty has that much of power. It is not something light. So if you are in lack, or if you are in debt, or if you are in want, what I wanted to say is first acknowledge that poverty has power, and it can take you to any level, and also know that poverty is spiritual in the first place. Be prepared, and when you know this truth, God says the truth will set you free. Hallelujah. And that is why, we are preaching this. Because it is very much needed for the church and very much needed for the believers, because many of the believers are going through struggle in their finances, especially in their finances. And so, one of the important message I wanted to say to the believers here is, first you acknowledge that this poverty has power it by itself, and it can destroy you. It is spiritual.
Join us on Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Do find our address and contact number on the screen. As you continue to come, we can assure you that you will be able to find God's calling or vision for your life. You will start living in the best that God has for you. You were created for a great purpose. We love you. Blessings.